Hi, love. I know this letter is late, and I know you learned far too early that the things you needed most weren't always going to come from the people who should have given them. But you deserved better. You always did. So let's start there. Let's start with the truth no one ever said out loud. None of what happened was your fault. Not the chaos you grew up inside. Not the silence you learned to survive. Not the moments that made you feel small in your own home. Not the voices that taught you to doubt your own worth. You were just a child, wanting softness, wanting safety, wanting someone to look at you and say, "I'm here. You don't have to carry this alone." But that moment never came, did it? And because it didn't, you learned to hold yourself together in ways no child should have to. You learned to shrink your needs to make others comfortable. You learned to love quietly so you wouldn't be too much. You learned to hide your hurt because there was no room for it. You learned to survive instead of being allowed to simply be. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry for every time you needed arms and found walls. For every time you needed comfort and heard criticism instead. For every time you looked for understanding and saw only distance. For every time you wished someone would notice your pain and they didn't. Or worse, they did and turned away. I'm sorry you learned to apologize for wanting to be loved. You shouldn't have had to teach yourself how to be strong. You shouldn't have had to raise yourself emotionally while the world pretended everything was fine. You deserved a parent who showed up, a parent who protected your softness, a parent who taught you that your feelings were not a nuisance and your dreams were not a joke. You deserved someone who saw the light in you before you ever had to defend it. So let me tell you now, with the steadiness you should have grown up hearing, I'm proud of you. Not for being perfect, not for being strong, but for surviving with your heart still open, even when you had every reason to close it. I'm proud of the nights you held yourself together. I'm proud of the mornings you tried again. I'm proud of the way you loved, even when love failed you. I'm proud of the person you became in spite of the parenting you didn't receive. Listen closely now. This part matters. You don't have to earn love anymore. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn forgiveness or attention or a place in this world. You were always enough. Even when no one told you. Even when they made you feel replaceable. Even when you grew up believing affection had to be bargained for. You can put the weight down now. You don't owe the past anything. You don't have to carry the versions of you who never got held the way they needed. Let this letter be a doorway, a small opening into a softer life, a life where you are allowed to take up space, a life where your needs aren't an inconvenience, a life where love finds you without you having to twist yourself into something smaller. I can't rewrite your memories, but I can say the words that should have been there. I'm sorry. You deserved so much better. And I hope, from this moment forward, you never forget how worthy you truly are. With all the love you should have grown in, and all the love you still deserve. Yours lovingly, the parent you needed.